5, 4.
That was a silent countdown.
3, 2. It's never a silent countdown.
Never a silent countdown.
No.
Never a silent countdown to New Comic Day! It is March 19th, and that means that there are amazing comics coming at you all across the globe for our international viewership. I am the Max, and this is the Max's Super Awesome Comic Review Show. In case the introduction didn't make that painfully obvious. This is the Max's Super Awesome Comic Review Show!
Comic Review Show!
Comic Review Show! Before we get started with our books and our top 5 countdowns, we've got a special little quiz coming up for you on the second half of the segment, so be sure to stay tuned. The first thing I want to do is I want to thank all the people that went out to the Facebook page and posted up their incredible stories and pictures of their favorite part of their collections. So, no naysaying. No naysaying! It was
Did we pick a winner?
It was more than that number.
No, we haven't picked a winner yet.
Was it?
I've decided that everyone that has posted so far is going to win, so keep your eye on the Facebook page, and I'll be getting in contact with you, and we'll be sending you some cool stuff if you're abroad.
Everyone's a winner.
And if you're local.
If you're abroad?
If you're abroad.
If you're female? You are.
Have you read a dictionary in the last, I don't know.
Abroad?
Abroad, like overseas.
Like that dumb broad.
It's killing my mojo
I know,
tonight.
I don't fucking read
Off-camera
dictionaries.
voice.
I don't read dictionaries.
Like
just...
to go abroad, to study abroad, to ship something abroad. The comics this week had
You
zero.
know nothing.
Comics this week had 0 damsels in distress.
What?
That whole book was in distress. So not gonna tell you which one.
Bird face.
No, but really, thank you everyone that went out and posted up those stories. They were quite fantastic. Knights of the Dinner Table is an awesome book, and that story made me really happy when I read it. And somebody else posted up a picture of Starman Omnibus Volume 3, which we all know is my favorite superhero story. So,
No one knew that.
well, they all know now.
Runners up!
On with
Honorable
the runners-ups and the honorable mentions. The first, we'll start with honorable mentions. We got... Honorable mentions, American Vampire, #1, second cycle, by Scott Snyder and Raphael Albuquerque. It's a cool name. This continues, Scott Snyder's long-running Vertigo creator-owned series. Picking up, not exactly where the last one left off, I don't think, but there's like a time gap. It fills in there. It's got a timeline, though. So it picks up with like the same characters, more or less. But I feel like vampires, it's cool stuff. Superior Spider-Man, annual, #2. I read this not really knowing what was going to be in the Superior Spider-Man annual #2, like how it would tie into Goblin War and Goblin Nation, because there's so much going on in Superior Spider-Man right now that I feel the annual was just like, here's everything else that you've been wondering about, and all these characters that we sort of have left by the wayside as all of the action from Superior Spider-Man continues to just crank it up to a whole new level. So this was really cool. It was a nice big issue, too. And, Spider-Man's not in it, and then Spider-Man's in it. It was cool. Now, this one, man, this one was really cool. And it only makes a runner-up because it was the last book I read, and I already had my heart set on my top 5. So, but Miss Marvel #2. #1 did make the top 5. And this one answered a lot of the questions that I had about the first one. Really cleaned up a lot of stuff. I'm not going to say anything because it would just be spoiler alert after spoiler alert after spoiler alert, and nobody wants those high-pitched noises this early in the morning. So, but definitely if you were intrigued by the first one, go and check out the second one. Her powers are amazing. Super cool, and I really look forward to see what they do with them as the story progresses. That'll do it for our runners-up and our honorable mentions. And now it's time for the top 5. Coming in at #5. Coming in at actually #5.
Tried. It's a 5.
It's my picks, not yours. You can have your own segment and your own show, and you can have whatever picks you want.
Oh, my
to have.
show would be so much better than your show.
Not likely.
Anyway,
Coming in at #5 is Thor, God of Thunder, issue #20. This is part 2 of The Last Days of Midgard. The Last Days of Midgard #1 was in Thor #19, which was actually #1, which should have come out today. I would have had something clever to say about the #19. But alas, by Odin's bristling beard. No such fortune. What I like most about this book is, for once, the villain, so far at least, that will change eventually, I'm sure. So far, the villain isn't anything that can be punched or beaten or hammered, which are all of Thor's, safety words. So Thor really has no power. He doesn't really know what to do. The villain is the death of Midgard, of the world. And he's watching Earth that he's seen for, a long, long time now, being, an Asgardian god, start to wither away and kind of die. And it's sick, and, plant life is dying, and animals are dying, and there's one rogue, not really rogue shield agent, but she's like a fringe shield agent, that's really trying to do something about that, and she has caught Thor's fancy. And so he's, trying to woo her and save Midgard. At number 4, Sovereign, number 1 from Image Comics. I really like Sovereign because it has strong ties to a almost Renaissance era Europe. It very clearly takes place in a region of the world that's a lot like the Black Sea. So you have ships from Europe traveling across, and you have characters there encountering strange creatures that are like, oh, it's dragons and krakens, and it's a shark, actually, is what it is. Really big one.
A dead one.
But really big, really dead one. And by big, I mean obviously bigger than my wingspan. But
It's so big!
It's ginormous!
You could noodle it!
Yeah. No, it is not a catfish. Batman and Aquaman.
Damp cheese?
Aquaman kind of looks like cheese. Bright orange.
It's
Very cool, though. This is The Hunt for Robin Part 1. This story was alluded to in the previous story arc for Batman and Two-Face, where Batman discovers that the bodies of not only Talia, but his son Damian have been stolen from the back of the Wayne Manor. Should really do something about security at that place. And so he sets off on a quest to find them. He starts to figure out who it is. It leads him into contact with Aquaman. The two of them go and storm the beaches together, literally, with a whale. Pretty epic stuff. It's the team of Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason, which DC fans will recognize from their run on Green Lantern Corps together. So really cool, definitely check it out. And definitely check out next month's issue, which is going to be a Batman Wonder Woman team up.
What?
Ching, 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 Wonder Woman!
I agree with
said
you, number
it.
2. How about that?
Your opinion is no longer relevant.
You're...
Uncanny X-Men number 1 coming in at number 2. Uncanny X-Men vs. S.H.I.E.L.D. So the last time we left off with the Uncanny X-Men, Cyclops' new recruits had been attacked by S.H.I.E.L.D. and they barely got away, and then one of them got thrown out. In this issue, Cyclops thinks he finds an awesome mutant, turns out finds something else, and now he has decided that he doesn't care if it's S.H.I.E.L.D. that's sending the new Sentinels after him. He doesn't care who's sending the new Sentinels after him. Cyclops is pissed, and he's got magic and Emma Frost to back him up, and he's going to war. No more kitty gloves. Love it. Cyclops is just vicious. He's becoming more and more Magneto and way less Charles Xavier.
For my number 1 pick of the week.
For everyone's number 1 pick of the week, please, come on. It's Rush.
And
Rush, Clockwork Angels.
Today's Tom Sawyer.
Salesman. Yeah. Coming in at number 1 from newly anointed Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, Rush, based on their album A Clockwork Angels. It is A Clockwork Angels number 1, written by Kevin J. Anderson and Neil Peart, with art by Nick Robles, and I only go to look that because it is absolutely hands down the art pick for the week. This book was gorgeous, start to finish. There's not a single flaw in any of the art, or the way that the panels move, which was a huge issue that I had this week. So this heavily steampunk-inspired book is about a young boy who grows up in an absolute paradise where every single minute of his entire life is going to be planned out, and it's going to work out for the best, based on, predetermined powers that be. Now, he decides, through the whole book, he's like, this really isn't my thing, this really isn't my thing, this really isn't my thing. And then, boom, he has a chance to escape from it all, and he does, and he gets whisked away off to the capital city, called Crown City. And that is where I will leave you with all the information you need to know about this book. But we're going to get you some interiors of it.
the villain is the anarchist? That's dope.
Yeah, the main villain is called the Anarchist.
I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah. There's also the Wreckers.
It's Peart.
It's
Like,
Peart.
It rhymes. Yeah.
Neil Peart.
Peart.
I
looked it up. I looked it up on
should've just
Google.
done the whole thing.
Because
in
I've been
Alabama.
saying Peart forever.
Oh, well, Grandpa's name was Peart. I don't know. All I know is that he did the drum solo of Life, and that's pretty awesome. So, drum solo of Life. Clockwork Angels. It's the same thing.
It is the same thing.
That'll do it for the top 5 picks. Coming up after the cutaway, we got graphic novels, followed
By a special guest! You'll
special guest! Spoiler alert, but, you know, there might be some noodling in our future. Let's do this! On to the other side of the store.
Cutaway! Time for a cutaway!
Oh, welcome back from the cutaway. We are here to talk about new graphic novels this week. Everybody that's watching this, their eyes probably immediately went right here. But we'll get back to this. We're gonna go over here. The Batman, Bruce Wayne, murderer? Question mark? A classic collection of one of my favorite Batman stories from the Golden Age. Well, not really the actual Golden Age, but what I grew up on reading Batman. Bruce Wayne is framed for murder, so it's up to the rest of the Batman family, including Nightwing, Batgirl, who at this time is Cassandra Cain, the Spoiler, who is Stephanie Brown, and Robin, who is Tim Drake, to find out who is trying to frame Bruce Wayne for murder, why are they trying to frame Bruce Wayne for murder, and could it actually be that Bruce Wayne is a murderer?
That is a tongue twister, though.
That is a tongue twister.
Who's trying to frame Bruce Wayne for murder?
Yeah,
Trying
right.
to frame Bruce Wayne.
I'm glad we almost got through that with some dignity and some grace. Neither of which are things that we usually have.
Hellboy 20 years. That's
Yes, this is another thing that I'm really excited about. This is 20 Years of Hellboy. It's an art book. We'll get you some interior shots of this. But it is coming out to celebrate Hellboy Day, which is this Saturday. So for those of you in Albuquerque, definitely come on by Astro Zombies. We'll be giving away lots of really cool Hellboy stuff. For those of you not in Albuquerque and can't come down to Astro Zombies, I'm sorry. But you should go to your comic book store and see if they have some awesome Hellboy stuff to give away. And if they don't, be like, hey, I want Hellboy stuff. But the best part about this book, besides the amazing interior artwork, is that for this beautiful hardcover book, Dark Horse is only charging $20.
What?
I can't believe it.
That's a...
Could not believe it.
Is that real? Is that a misprint?
No, that's the real price on the back of the book. Right?
That's blowing my mind.
It blew my mind when I saw that.
Solid.
I was like,
sick
what is
book.
that? What is that, Dark Horse? Who does that?
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse does that. Alright, on to the money stuff. This is what we're all excited about. It's Saga Volume 3! Finally! The last 6 months of my life have been, is Saga Volume 3 out yet? Is Saga Volume 3 out yet? No, not yet. When's it coming out? Not yet. That's all I can tell you. Well, I am here to tell you today, Saga Volume 3 is out. We have tons of copies, so definitely come down to the store and pick up your copy of it. It is one of the most spectacular books that I have ever read, and I cannot wait to devour this 3rd volume later tonight. Also, one other thing I wanted to mention. Jeff Lemire's first volume of his run on Green Arrow came out today, Volume 4. This is the absolute point that you should start reading Green Arrow at. Ignore Volumes 1, 2, and 3, unless you're a completist. But this will get you on the right track to know everything that you need to know about Green Arrow and read some of the amazing stories that's going on. Hands down, one of the best books that DC is putting out right now. I think that'll do it for graphic novels. That'll do it for graphic novels. Now, for something completely different.
Cutaway. Time for a cutaway.
Welcome to the newest segment of the show. We are quizzing the Catfish. This is Catfish from Cameo Medias. He is the one that makes all this magic happen. So go to his Facebook page, show him the love, which we are not going to be showing him right now because we have discovered that despite his cunning disguise, the Catfish knows very little about comics. So we're going to quiz him. I love it. This is going to be so much fun.
Hello world.
There's 4 categories. They get 4 questions per category, correct? Yes. They get progressively more difficult. So these first couple are going to be a little easy. We're gonna ratchet up a little bit. We're gonna crank up the heat. See what sizzles.
I'm gonna get them all right.
Yeah, I hope you do. I hope you do. All right, this first category is called Marvel vs. DC. Question number 1. Superman belongs to which?
Marvel.
Just throwing that one right out
Marvel.
there.
Superman is Marvel.
Super confident in that. No. Done already. Okay. Why not? All right, we'll see if we get this one. I got faith. Wolverine.
Is an X-Man.
Yes.
DC.
Okay. Not correct answer again. The correct answer is Marvel. The Incredible Hulk.
Marvel.
Yes! Ding, 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 ding! We got one! Here,
One
on
for
the back.
Catfish.
Surprise. Alright, final question of this segment. Or of this, part of the quiz.
There's 4 categories. I'm gonna rock them all.
No.
Green
clear.
Lantern.
Marvel.
The correct answer there would be DC.
Who would have thunk it?
You just got about 25%.
Is Batman DC?
Yes. Not one of the questions, though.
But I knew it.
Well,
Well, see, I gave you Superman because I thought you would put the pieces together.
I didn't.
You didn't.
No.
You lose.
okay.
All right.
I got the
Oh,
Hulk.
man. I don't know how you're going to get this. Alright, we're next category. Villains. Villains.
I'll do better on this one, guys.
Question number 1. Botanist Pamela Isley grew into which villain?
Poison Ivy.
Wow! I am shocked.
I am impressed!
Question number 2. Who is Superman's arch nemesis?
Lex Luthor.
Who is from what company?
Marvel.
Okay.
I still got the card. It's cool.
You still got the
I
card.
still got the card.
Trying to give you a bonus redemption there.
Hey.
Question number 3. Who is the ruler of Apocalypse? The planet.
Al.
Al. Going with plain old Al.
Try again.
Apocalypse Al? We covered that like 3 weeks ago.
That is a...
No, he's right. We did cover a book called Apocalypse Al.
We did. I enjoyed it quite a bit, but not even...
Apocalypse. All right, I'll spell it out. Apocalypse spelled Apokolips.
Lex Luthor. Really?
No.
Ah.
The correct answer would be Darkseid.
I never heard of him. Oh.
I have to brush you up on your Kirby, son.
Yeah. I do know who Jack Kirby is.
Okay. Okay.
Who's the other name when people are like, oh, Jack Kirby?
Stan Lee.
No.
What's one of them?
Well, no, but there's another name where where if Stan Lee's considered too
We covered
mainstream,
this like 4 weeks ago.
if Stan Lee's a little too
Like 2 weeks ago.
mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who's
Released
the
that big old horror anthology? Yeah.
All right.
Simon.
Moving on. There'll be a question later.
Simon.
Well, right. Final question in the villains category. Who? Alright. I'm going to have to, in the DC universe, I'm going to narrow down for you a little bit here.
Totally.
Who discovered the Lazarus Pits?
Green Arrow.
Villains!
The
Villains.
Joker. Riddler.
I just want to see what you got here.
A
You're in the right ballpark.
Superman villain?
None of those are Superman villains.
no, those are Batman villains. He's Batman villain. He's Batman villain.
Warmer?
Bane.
Yeah, slightly warmer.
Had 2 daughters. One is Talia.
The Joker.
Okay, we're just going to call it there.
I lost that one.
We're back. The correct answer is Ra's al Ghul.
Wouldn't have got that.
All right. You ready? You're doing
Yes,
good. You're
yes.
doing good.
I
All right.
have 3 cards.
You got 3 cards.
You
It's
did.
honestly better than I thought you'd be doing it.
No,
Exactly.
he's doing opposite of how I thought he was doing.
Clearly, we have varying
I
degrees
thought
of faith in humanity.
I thought the first category would be a clean sweep. Because I didn't go... The Green
Well,
Arrow, a little iffy, but I thought
Apparently
the
it
rest...
gets harder as we move along.
It's getting easier for you.
This
Rain
round.
Man over here.
This round.
All right.
I believe in you.
Turtle Power is the name of this segment. All right. Question number 1. Name all 4 Ninja Turtles.
Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Donatello.
Yeah!
Yes!
You just rattled those off. I love it.
I grew up in America.
All right. Who is the Ninja Turtle sensei?
Splinter.
There you go.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Love the turtles.
At one time, you're on a roll here. Let's keep it going. At one time, all the turtles wore what color?
Red.
Bam.
I'm gonna rock the turtle segment.
Last
hopefully.
question. Don't get cocky.
Don't get cocky. I jinxed myself.
Who is Casey Jones?
The hockey playing hunk.
Close enough.
He was my favorite.
All right,
He
you
was-
did a clean
wicked.
clean
Clean
sweep.
sweep of the
Look at all these
turtles.
cards.
All right.
I could break 500.
Last category. This is the one that I really thought was gonna throw you for a loop.
Yeah, Marvel DC got me.
Ladies. one's all
Okay,
about.
alright.
This
I like
one's
the-
all
I like
about
some
comic
ladies.
ladies. Yeah. Yeah, when you're not, hunking after Casey Jones. Yeah.
How could you not?
Just a hockey player.
Got that hair.
Who is Selena Kyle's alter ego?
Catwoman.
Damn.
Yeah.
What is
Back it up.
2 words back. Question number 2. What is Natasha Romanoff's, a.k.a. Black Widow's, superpowers?
Guns?
Good job!
I'm gonna
That
say
counts!
I'm gonna say that counts as a correct answer because the correct answer is joke's on you. She doesn't have any.
Hey!
I didn't know that!
Sorry, it was a trick question.
I really
cool.
thought
That's
he
cool.
would pick like Spider-Man powers.
Yeah. Web slinging.
Yes.
Why not?
But guns, good job. I am surprised.
All right. Question
Alright, suit.
number 3. Jean Grey becomes what villain?
Harley Quinn.
Okay.
Try again.
How many
Just give
people-
him,
all right.
give him a try.
All right.
Jean.
I'm gonna throw you a lifeline. Jean Grey
Robin.
from the X-Men, who was in the Marvel universe,
Storm.
is the villain.
Jean Grey is a ex-woman?
Jean Grey was an X-Man.
We're still in the ladies.
We're still on the ladies.
I only know Storm. I'm not gonna get it.
She becomes the
Sorry,
Dark
America.
Phoenix. She becomes the Dark Phoenix.
I wouldn't got that.
No, that's the villain she becomes.
Cool.
That's okay.
This next one.
Diana Lance, a.k.a. Black Canary, signature move is like her superpower.
The roundhouse kick.
She does do that a lot. But what's her
Don't they
superpower?
all? Crying.
What kind of crying?
Nuclear reactive tears of doom.
Oh, it's called the canary cry. She screams really loud.
Oh,
She's
cool.
like, ah! And all the guys are like, shh.
Wardrobe was giving me hints off camera.
I know, and you still failed. So,
Let's see. How many
Wardrobe,
did I know?
for the record, Wardrobe also thought that Supergirl was a Marvel character.
No, I didn't think so.
Oh,
I made.
we have it on camera.
No, I.
How many did I miss?
You missed 1. You missed that Superman is a DC character. So we need to count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That Turtles.
You did even.
Thanks to the turtles, I got 9 right.
Well,
I'm the winner of Max's Super Awesome Comic Review
you
Show.
are, and the
No.
lesson that we can take from this, is that you can wear your Ninja Turtle shirt with pride, knowing that no one will confuse you as a poser. Not that that was ever probably a concern of yours, but
I'm a self-admitted comic
you can be
poser.
like, hey, I went on the Max's Super Awesome Comic Review Show. I answered all the Turtles questions. I'll wear whatever Turtles t-shirt I feel like wearing.
Can I ask a question to America?
Yes.
America, weigh in. The suit sold me a very cool Black Panther t-shirt, and can I rock it? Can I rock the Black Panther t-shirt? That's my question for America.
All right, we'll see what the audience
Comment
has to say
below.
about that.
Comment below.
Comment below. Comments. Black Panthers, purple shirt, it's very cool.
It is
Got
awesome.
Black Panther
It is
all being
awesome.
like, wah, ninja on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm a self-admitted comic poser, except when it comes to the turtles. Apparently.
Apparently you knew your stuff. Well, Catfish, I thought it was about time that we got you out from behind the camera and in front of it so that America could see your beautiful face and other parts of the world as well.
Thank you, world. It's been a pleasure.
Stay tuned
Thank you, Max.
for words from the show.
Words of the
Now
show.
get back!
Well, that about wraps it up for another week of new comic books. I look forward to seeing you all next week. But before we say adieu, got a couple things I want to wrap up. I want to mention again, this Saturday, March 22nd, is Hellboy Day down here at Astro Zombies, so be sure to stop by if you're in town. I want to thank the Catfish for coming on the show and, being brave enough to take on that quiz. You did a good job, Catfish.
It'll get harder.
Thanks again, as always, every week. Heartfelt thanks to everyone out there watching the show and spreading the word. We have an amazing fun time doing it, and we hope that everyone out there has an amazing fun time watching it. And until next week, I've been the Max. You've been the audience. Stay frosty.
Are you trying to make it your tagline?
That is my tagline.
No.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe.
Stay frosty is my tagline.
Oh, explain it
I've been
to me.
using it since my 22nd birthday.
What does it mean?
Stay frosty. Gotta watch yourself,
That
Gotta
doesn't.
be in the moment.
I don't understand any of those things as staying frosty. I'm like, oh, stay cold. Go to Wendy's. Who knows?
Could be all of those things.
Could be.
Could mean watch your back.
How?
If you're frosty, you're like, you're cold. You're looking for trouble.
Yeah.
You're a killer.
And we're out.